look inside the wondrous AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. The veteran Matt Prater has this one set to get started. And off we go from Arlington. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
They'll try again after the incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And his defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That is hard. Finding Higgins. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. A big play for the Cowboys. 38 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
Henry is in. Touchdown, Dallas. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive in an early 6 points.
Now, Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special. And needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
Just a yard on first down. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's taken in by Thomas. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to McCaffrey. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
In motion comes Thomas. On 3rd down, Mahomes. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's McCaffrey. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. They turn it over on down.
It's a turnover
The Cowboys offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's close to a 1st down. To gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Pickens, first catch. And that's good for a 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. Here's the toss, right side to Henry. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's the tight end commit. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Foye getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Left side is made by Higgins.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Amy Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get free.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0. They come up with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback He put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. They look underneath here for McCaffrey. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chiefs.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early in that last pickup.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. He works free, right side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Dallas.
So, Mike, the second that ball came out of his hand, I held my breath because when you are late, especially throwing the ball out towards the sideline, it is not going to end up good at this level. And the second he saw that ball in the air and broke on it, he had 6, and all he had to do really was make the catch, and then he was just off to the races, and it was nothing but green grass out in front.
Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the Cowboys move further out in front. It is now 17-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This one taken at the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Mahomes going to keep it himself. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Nice job by them getting back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And a first down, Chiefs.
To throw is Mahomes. To the left side, and Adams has it. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one, and they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. He's taken down just shy of the 10. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Mahomes now to throw again. Quick throw, taken in. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, KC. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Now the veteran, Matt Prater, for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs are back in this one. It's 17-7. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first two possessions.
Here's a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll throw out of the gun. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he's very close to a first down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Now he takes off. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. A nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
He'll drop to throw. Into the hands of Pickens. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
2nd and 7. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Moving to his left, and he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A 60-yard attempt.
His kick is good! From 60 yards out, he's got the leg to knock it through.
And you talk about having confidence in your kicker, Mike. I mean, to send him out there to kick from midfield, and what does he do? He repays you with that confidence with a 60-yard field goal. I mean, that was something else.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 35-yard line.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. He'll let this one go deep for Thomas. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Mahomes back. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll run the sneak, and he will have a Chiefs first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the footballs just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.